Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III, AC3. I'm on the Paul Pluta channel doing paid reviews. I'm the method actor who does the Paul Pluta channel. I play Paul Pluta. And today I'm doing a paid review. Remember, like, subscribe, and tell your fuckhead friends all about my channel. Remember, I do paid reviews, $20 US. I also need money, so you could donate now. There's a PayPal button in the description, donate now. You can sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay a little bit each month to keep me full-time. There's also, I've got some stuff for sale. I've got some watches for sale. Have a look. In the description, I've got some pieces for sale, fuckers. Take a look. So please take a look. And remember, paid reviews are $20 fucking because I don't do fucking shit for free. Now, let's do one for David. Hi, Arch. Big fan of your channel. Just sent you $20 via PayPal. Photo of my little Rolex collection. My Z Blue Milgauss is out for service. Bent the winding stem. Fuck, how did you do that? Just had them all cleaned and serviced. Holy cow, expensive. I got the GMT as a gift in 19... Speaking of which, I better put my Rolex Explorer 2 Polar on. I better put that fucker on. Okay, speaking of which, over the years I've replaced the bezel and... Okay, here we go, sorry. I got the GMT as a gift in 1979 and I've had it cleaned and serviced many times. Over the years I have replaced the bezel, and last year the face was restored a tiny bit. Wonder if replacing the bezel with a real Rolex replacement part and restoring the dial has helped or hurt its value. I don't have the box or any papers. I actually remember tossing the box in the trash because when I was 21 I didn't know any better. I kept everything for the brand new Z Blue Milgauss I bought recently from my local authorized dealer. Don't buy retail, that's for suckers! Your authorized dealer doesn't give a fuck about you. Here is my question. I got the date just and oyster date from relatives that died. I'm not crazy about the face colors. After I got the blue Milgauss, I have an enormous fondness for blue dials. Do you think I would be nuts to contemplate having the faces changed? He's given me a link. Those two watches are not exactly rare, not like they are worth a huge amount of cash, right? Any experience with this repairer? I was thinking of having them rebuild the Datejust watch band. They said they can take the stretch out of it. Any thoughts? Next question. What do you think of all the customizing in general? Some of it looks cool, like the all black watches. However, I figure they charge a lot to do customizations. But perhaps my oyster date would be more fun if it was black with a new black dial. Maybe a fun topic for a vid, the customization fad. The fish that got away. Here we go. When I was in high school, I traded a Nikon lens, zoom lens, for a 1968 Daytona. We're all 1968 Daytonas, Paul Newman. I'm fairly sure it was a white face with black stopwatch dials. The two stopwatch buttons did not screw down like the main crown, I think. I wore it for a year, and then the kid that I did the trade with said, "My mum says I have to get the watch back." It was a gift from her stepfather. He gave me back the lens and I gave him back the watch. I figure that watch cost about $150 then. If you got it in Switzerland, it would have been nice to own it today. Keep up the good work, Dave. Hello, Dave. Jesus Christ. What a story. My God. Okay. So let's go and answer your question there. Okay. So... Okay, you've got a nice, you got a nice blue Milgauss. That's great. Now you're talking about your 1979 one, and you're asking about the little dial repair. Now, I gotta fucking ask this question. What the fuck needed doing on the dial? Man! That shouldn't have needed fucking anything. What the fuck did you do to need the fucking dial to be done? I don't fucking understand that. That is fucking out of this world, man. That is really... It's really out of this fucking world. And I don't exactly understand. So maybe you could explain what the fuck happened. I suspect it's possibly had some water come in. That's why you would need to touch up the dial. And unfortunately, you don't really tell me what they did there with the dial. Did they completely repaint it? Is it a redial? Is it a did they touch it up? Was there a fault with it? So that's a very interesting question. So to answer your query there on it, okay, to answer your query, this is why the original unmolested ones become so valuable, because most people fuck them up. So I suspect it's possibly had some damage. That's fucking disastrous. Yes, yes. So, okay, changing the bezel isn't really the end of the world. That's okay. But touching the dial, the most valuable thing on a sports watch, a sports Rolex, is the fucking dial. So, I dare say you've really fucked it up. You've really fucked it up, because even if the dial is poor, you don't want to fuck with it. In fact, chocolate brown dials can be extremely valuable. So without knowing a before and after shot, but I would say in most cases you've probably slaughtered the value of it. It's still worth considerable money, but the dial is a big part of the value. So box and papers, yes, that's nice. You get a super premium for that, but oh, I don't know why you didn't ask me, David, before you go off and do these fucking things. So the bezel, well, if the bezel was fucked, I would have asked for the old parts back. Did you get the old parts back, or did he keep them? And I'd go back to this fucking watchmaker and say, right, could I please have the old insert back? And could I please have the old dial back? That's what I would fucking do. I hope you've got the parts. Probably not, I dare say. Probably not indeed. So I think I'm not happy, am I? Now your next question, as far as these two pieces go, looking, you got a Datejust and you got a 6694 manual wine oyster date. You're a lucky fella to get these fuckers, so don't be so fucking snappy at them. I would say with the Datejust, I'd be leaving it. I wouldn't be fucking with the Datejust. It's a beautiful classic Datejust. You inherited it, that's cool. With the Oyster Perpetual, the 6694, I'll give you an email address of a friend of mine who actually sells. What I would do is I wouldn't be getting rid of the original dial. You can get a competent watchmaker to change it. So I got a friend of mine who sells dials. I'll give you his address. See what you can do. No pressure to buy from my friend. But you mentioned classic watch repair. I haven't seen work that they've done, so I can't really comment on them. But I'd be inclined not to be fucking around with things unless there's a reason to. With the bracelet doesn't look terrible. They all get a bit of stretch. I'd be inclined to leave it. You're much better to leave it than to fucking over restore these things. It's like a gun, vintage guns. People polish them up and they lose the value. They want that patina. So you got to be mindful of that. So as far as putting in the Datejust, I like the Datejust dial, the classic silver dial. I'd be inclined to just leave that as it is there. I wouldn't be fucking around with that there. I definitely wouldn't be PVD. That's where they turn them into black. Very expensive, and it peels off. Yuck, it's shit. Don't ever fucking do that. That's dumb. Custom. Those are beautiful watches. You're a bit ungrateful. You should see the fucking the watch I received from my grandfather. A fucking Sentinel. What a piece of shit. What I would have done if it would have been a Oyster Date. 6694 Oyster Date. But no. So I think you got to be very lucky that what you've got there. Yes, the Daytona story. Yes, I don't even want to think about that. That's a rather sad story, but that's how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. I don't know what to say there. I don't know what to say. That's how it is, I'm afraid. That's how it is. But anyhow, at least you've had one on your wrist there. But yes, I would. You can change the dial on the Oyster Date. I'd leave the date just. I think that's quite nice. And as for the GMT, I hope it's not a fucking redial. Without a before and after, it's very hard for me to tell. But you should go back to your watchmaker and say, "Can I have the old parts back?" The cagey bastards probably sold them off. They're probably worth fucking fortune. And you put in a redial. Dumb move. Dumb move. But anyhow, it's nice to see your little collection there. Very nice indeed, David. I'm ArchieLuxury. Tell me what you fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Great review.
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece, and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece. We adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. And 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on time, simply the best.